Hello, hello. What's LOL? Wait, what are we laughing about already? LOL, huh? How's it going? Welcome in. Oh. Looks like YouTube's got a bit of delay again. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it, you know? Why would it not? Question is, can you hear me? Let's find out the old-fashioned way. If you are out there and you can hear my voice, let me know. Type it in chat, say something, say hello. Otherwise, I'm gonna be fumbling around looking for myself, so I can hear myself. Why am I not allowed to just see myself? There we go, there we go. Can we hear myself? All right, cool, we can hear myself. Everything looks set up. Sounds good. So today we are playing around with our food. We're making peanut butter cookies from, well, I want to do less sugar, which this first part's gonna be hilarious to watch if it's less sugar. No, I want to do less sugar, more protein, more peanut. Overall, lesser calories kind of idea. So I need brown sugar. I gotta make brown sugar. Thus, sugar. So if you don't know this already, you can make your own brown sugar from white sugar just by using 1 cup of white sugar, and depending on how brown you want it, a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of molasses. It's gonna be easier to do in a food processor, but you could use a mixer, anything like that. The molasses, you just gotta get it coating every single granule, and boom, you have brown sugar. So we're just gonna dump this all in. This is 6 cups of white sugar. I'm gonna pour in about half, and the reason I'm doing that is because the brown sugar, or the molasses, sorry, is a liquid. This will clump up in the sugar and make it easier to blend in. If I added the molasses in first, it would stick to the actual like bowl itself. If I added it in last, it would just take a while to get to everything, and we end up with more powdered white sugar. This kind of is a nice in-between. No matter what you do, some of it's gonna stick to the bowl. And no matter what you do, it's gonna take a little bit. Molasses. Slow as molasses. So again, if you want really dark brown sugar, add more molasses, 2 tablespoons per cup. If you want light brown sugar, 1 tablespoon. Find your medium. But this is so much cheaper than buying brown sugar in a bag. Sure, it's less convenient, I guess, but you know. How much can we really afford to pay for convenience these days? Anywho, more sugar. All right. Now you don't want to let this just like go forever and a half. Did the kids break this? Ah, I'm gonna murder them. Oh well, this still works. But you just want to blend it till it's brown sugar. Like I said, you're gonna get streaks on it. Okay. I'm gonna try and get these streaks down into it. If you haven't had molasses before, it's the byproduct from cooking sugar out of a sugar cane, and it smells a little on the burnt side, but that's again, it's from cooking the sugar out of the sugar cane. So it is literally that overcooked, extra sugary remnant. Ugh, that turns into a thick syrup. Oh my lord. There's a ton on this side. It's like a huge ribbon on this side, so. Take me a little bit to get this. But luckily, the sugar likes to take it back. And it will just work its way into the sugar. Like I said, you can use a stand mixer. You could try and do this by hand. It will be tedious. You're literally, it's a super thick syrup and you're trying to coat a million billion little things of sugar in it. So up to you how you wish to do this. I just found the food processor takes the least amount of effort. Now, I don't necessarily recommend doing it in six cup intervals or increments, but we go through a lot of sugar. We do a lot of baking, so we will use this in time. And this will last just as long as molasses and sugar does, which is, you know, a staple. Lasts dang near forever. Even if you get it everywhere. Okay. Luckily, I had just washed everything, so... or at least wiped it down with a sanitizer. Make sure you don't leave spilt sugar everywhere, because that's how you get ants. Do you want ants? That's how you get ants. Okay. All right, lid back on, try again. So the only reason I'm doing this now is because, well, someone didn't do it before me and I need this for the cookies tonight. This is the only sugar that I'm adding in is brown sugar. Hey, Axolotl, Sammy Axolotl, sorry. How's it going? Welcome in. Let me know if you can hear this in the mic. You shouldn't be able to, but you never know. Here, I'll move it away just in case. But yeah. Mixed it all up, and we got brown sugar. This is, like I said, this is very light brown sugar. You can add double the molasses. If you want it darker sugar, that's entirely up to what your recipe calls for and your preference. Remember, you can always go more, but taking it out, not nearly as easy, so make your pick and stick with it. If you start with light and then try to add more in there, it'll be that much more easy later on. All right, I'm done with this. I'm done mixing this. Okay, so for our purposes tonight, we need a cup and a half. So I've already got a measuring device. Has had eggs in here, so I'm just gonna keep them out. Use this instead. Oh, duh, measuring cup. Then I'm gonna put the rest into our sugar container that we already had used. Just go from there. Now, where did I put my handy dandy notebook? And by that, I mean my phone that I took notes in. 1 cup. Okay, 1 cup. And again, that's all the sugar I want to add to this tonight. I want to reduce the calories. Usually it's like white sugar and brown sugar and, you know, there's already sugar in peanut butter. And so I really want to reduce the amount of sugar and try to make this. I made this with fresh ground peanut butter. You can get that at the store now even. Or at least I can where I'm at. I've seen other creators saying so. But one of the other things you can do with this is just a bunch of peanuts in here, pinch of salt, run them just like we did there, and it will turn into peanut butter. So again, same thing. You don't have to add a ton of sugar to it. I know they're cookies. I know they're supposed to be sinful and, you know, whatever, however you want to call it. I'm not really about that life. I know there's people that need less calories or want less calories, want to spoil themselves without like overinflating their macros and whatnot. So I'm trying something. Hey, cat, how's it going? Hey, how are you? I'm assuming you meant how are you? I'm doing good. Hey, you. Nope, maybe not. Okay. Hey, you. I don't like your girlfriend. No way. Damn it. How's Cat today? You missed the Canadian appearance in our game last night. You would have been so, proud. Right on, good to hear. Let's just say he really wanted to taste Granny's pie. In the Granny game, there's a kitchen level, and Granny's apparently got some award-winning pie, and her neighbor was peeking through the window, and he talked... He's peeking through the window, and you pull the curtains, and he like ducks and hides, and if you break the window on accident, he pops his head. He's like, "Oh, you broke the window, eh?" And he just goes on and on and on, and then eventually he's like, "I really want one of your pies," and doesn't stop until you feed him pie, and it gets weird after that. But yeah, then if you do the whole little side story with him, you get a Great North Granny outfit. You gotta watch it. It's a whole sequence. It's a whole thing. Oh yeah, all the A's. He kept saying all the A. He's wearing a green, what's the little like fluffy cat? Pilot hat. And of course, plaid shirt. Interesting character. That game overall was very interesting. All right, so job 1 done. Side job added because, of course, can't just be one simple thing. Had to make brown sugar. I was gonna say, that's how it always sticks. That's how the slang and stuff and stereotype works. You start ironically, and then it goes from there, and it just sticks. It becomes unironic. And then you skibbity all the toilets, and then the original users are like, ew! So I learned a fun fact today. It makes total sense when you think about it. But do you know the official beginning of being a middle-aged human these days? The official middle-age age? I mean, it makes sense. It's not, it sucks, but it makes sense. You're closer. I mean, obviously you're closer, but you know, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. It's not gonna really hit you soon. Yeah, guess. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. No, not 45. That would be nice. That would be real nice. All right. All the brown sugar. Let's go. Now I have a whetstone inside, and this is also sealed from air, so it should hold itself for a while. Don't have to use a bread bowl or whatever the little trick is that they do. They add, you know, dry piece of toast or the end of your bread or whatever it is. This is, we have a little ceramic disc about that big. Soak it in water for about 20 minutes. Put it in there. Well, I didn't choose it, Kat. That's the thing. I didn't choose it. I didn't choose it. This is just what they officially deem as middle-aged. So I'm sorry, but don't unsub for my fault. I mean, if anything, you should stay subbed to support the middle-aged streamer, you know. It's 36. Apparently, you're officially middle-aged starting at 36. I know, it is the yeah, it's the streaming equivalent of shooting the messenger even, too. You are off by almost a whole decade. Okay, I don't think we're gonna need the little bowl. We might, but I don't know. We'll test it out. We'll see. So, peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter cookies is fat, leavening, flavoring, body. So, fat in the form of peanut butter and butter. At about 72, yep. Now, this is average between both or all genders. So this is the total average for all humans. But, you know, so obviously AFAB is going to be, you know, or biologically is going to be higher expectancy still. But yep. Okay, so right, what was I saying? Oh, fats. Right. So we have, like I said, this is peanut butter that we got locally. They have a machine at the store, but you can make this yourself that is just blended nuts and wait, no. Why are you leaving? Don't leave. Why are we goodbying? Wait, no, we're just getting to the good part. Again, I didn't choose it. I'm just the messenger. Don't do that to me. Rude. I knew you were kidding. All right. Oh yes, peanut butter. So this is literally just they have a jar of peanuts and a crushing stone that you pull the trigger and and you buy as much as you want and fill that little container and then take it up and they charge you for it. I was gonna make it myself, but it is literally just that. I take the food processor, a bunch of dry roasted peanuts, and a pinch of salt and blend it until peanut butter. Yep, that means Penalea and I are due for a midlife crisis. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, but you know, recession is a recession, so. But yeah, so this is literally just salted peanuts. Now, I did research on this because it is different. You're not adding as much sugar, so you don't have as much of a solid/liquid base. So I'm gonna take about a quarter cup of room temperature butter and about a cup and a quarter of this freshly made peanut. I have this right here, which is peanut protein powder stuff. No, just peanut butter powder. Peanut flour, coconut palm sugar, and salt. So this is literally just dehydrated peanut butter. This is in case it's not thick enough, but I'm gonna put the fats together first. Where the hell? God, I keep confusing myself. So, Kat, what are you planning for your midlife crisis? Anything fun? Anything we should know about? Gonna shave your head and move to Mexico? Oh yeah, and this stuff, by the way, when you make it, you can keep it in the fridge for like a month. So don't make too much of it, but you can definitely make a significant amount of it and keep it in your fridge long enough to have peanut butter. And it's a little thicker and a little more textured than your usual peanut butter, but it's peanut butter. I mean, it doesn't have a ton of calories and sugar. So, I mean, win. All around. All right. Yep, this is gonna work. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't think we can afford You have to date a 20-year-old. There you go. We can't afford most of the typical midlife crises. Our generation got screwed out of midlife crises even. Can you believe it? Okay. So again, this is 1 1/4 cups about of peanut butter and about 1/4 cup of butter. Yeah, there you go. That's a great way to do it. Okay, so I want to put these two together, and I just want to blend to get the fat ingredients into like one homogeneous mixture. I don't want to make this like poof up or be a specific new color. I just want to get the butter and the peanut butter to make a peanut butter. Can I say butter again? Oh, what'd you get? What'd we get? All right. The other thing about this is keeping it at room temperature makes this part really easy. You don't run into lumps like I kind of am. I pulled these out about an hour beforehand. Only because I forgot I was going to have them out all day, but that works. Okay, so next we're going to take the sugar that we just made and cream it in together. This is going to take a little bit of effort. It's supposed to become more of a aerated, creamy texture together, so... Excuse me. We're going to add in the sugar, then the eggs. I've got vanilla and some other dry ingredients here, which are going to go later. But basically all the wet ingredients and then the dry ingredients go into that, and then boom, bang, you're done. Dice Star from the dollar store. Dang, from the dollar store? That's crazy. That's a lot. It's actually really awesome. Sorry, my earbud keeps not earbudding. Did it just pause the music? Damn it. There we go. Okay, anyway, so cream the sugar. It's 1 cup of brown sugar. Again, normally you would already have sugared peanut butter and you would add more sugar and more sugar. All right, I'll have to pull out my phone in just a second here. So this is, it does seem like, I mean, it's basically equal parts sugar, a little less, but this is overall less sugar than your typical peanut butter cookie. I don't expect these to be, you know, bingeable, but it's a nice substitute full of protein for people who need them. This was an experiment that we actually had someone in the flock who was like, I really wish I could eat peanut butter cookies again, because they're on a lower carb diet. So this will help with the macros. Okay. Let's see, out of context. Oh, dang. That's not too bad. Nice dice set, too. Is that little, like, diamond-y thing next to the dice set the initiative tracker? Oh, yeah, because there's the marker. Okay, I see. Right on. That's pretty neat. That's a nice score. All right, so I want to grab this. Now you can use a fork or a whisk to really get these together, but I'm just trying to break down that sugar a bit, incorporate a little bit of air, make it like creamier. It's called creaming for a reason. Color changes and gets lighter. Oh, okay, magnetic thing. That makes sense. Now this step helps evenly distribute the sugar and make sure that a lot of those lumps are broken down, I should say. And also provides a little bit of body and texture as it's going through, so that fat melts evenly and is distributed again equally throughout everything. Whew. Okay. Now, vanilla and egg are next. Wet ingredient, wet ingredient, wet ingredient. Now these are just eggs from my chickens. With recent luck, I'm gonna go ahead and crack them into a separate container. We had a rotten egg incident inside, so I have a feeling things were not properly labeled. Or we just had terrible, terrible luck. Good. I did check these eggs. You can test the buoyancy of your eggs to see if they are... Lost a piece of shell. You can test the buoyancy of your eggs, drop them in a cup of water, and if they float, that means they have gas inside, which means likely not good. You don't want your eggs with gas inside. Don't know if you knew that or not. Little known fact, gassy eggs, not so bueno. Aw. Did you end up getting her? No, you just thought about it. Okay, so that was 2 whole eggs, large eggs. This is 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Again, this is all an experimental recipe, but if it works out, I'll make sure to list everything down below. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work out. This is just vanilla extract, which is exactly what it sounds like. Gonna take these wet ingredients combined. I mean, even just the dice set. Well, I don't know if he's a dice goblin or not, but you know, even just the dice set as the part of the package is a nice little gift. Ask first. There you go. Oh, really? Huh. Weird. Well, you know, takes all kinds. Not everybody's a dice goblin. Oh, okay. Now, this is all our wet ingredients. We're gonna put that off to the side. We're gonna put our dry ingredients in this bowl. So that is right here, equal parts baking soda, baking powder, salt, so 1 teaspoon each. Where did I put my other spoon? Whatever. All right. Oh, yeah. Now that you mention that, I didn't register that at first. It's that weird... Oh, God, what do they call those? Not spheroid. No, I don't know. But, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like the weird little, like... Yeah. What's that other one they do? It's like a elongated diamond almost kind of thing. I like the unique shaped ones. Makes it more fun. I don't want to control my audio from this, dang it. I mean, I do, but I don't. All right, so we're gonna add 2 1/3 cups of just all-purpose AP basic flour. Nothing special about it. Two and a half. Sorry, the 1/3 is for the peanuts. It's because it's hot. And they're not like an in-ear earbud. They're like, well, they are in-ear, but they're not like, what's it called? AirPods or any of that. They're just like little bean shapes that kind of rest over your in front of your ear canal. So, if that makes any kind of sense. Who would have known? Summer throws a loop into everything I've done. Clean that up later. Okay. So that's all my dry ingredients. No. So it's like, you know, you have your overall ear and then you have your ear canal, right? It sits over right in front of your ear canal and the speaker is right at the tip. So it's directed into your ear canal instead of like a little bud that sits and nestles in your ear canal. Which over time, those earbuds chafe my ears. So I got these hoping that it wouldn't be as much of an issue. But you know, if it angles just wrong and it's just warm enough out, you can't hear anything. Yeah. Yeah, if you angle it just wrong, you can't hear anything. And, you know, I kind of need them to hear things. Okay, so this is what 2.5 cups of flour, teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder, and a little bit of salt, teaspoon as well. Just combine these to thoroughly distribute them. Then you want to go dry into wet. Now, hypothetically, theoretically, and, you know, every other etically, you definitely could just do this into there. Don't do it. There's been hundreds of years of people that have figured this out. With glasses, oh yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, dry into wet. Combine all the wet ingredients, combine all the dry ingredients. It saves you so much hassle, I promise. Okay. Oh. Now, you don't want to overmix this part. You just want to get everything blended into one congealed, no, what is it? Combined, that's the word. I don't know why congealed. Combined unit. Already smelling very peanut butter cookie-y. Now, as I said earlier, it might be too thick, it might be too thin. That entirely depends on the humidity, time of day, everything like that. Flour absorbs liquid through the humidity, so sometimes it might be drier, sometimes it might be wetter. It just really depends on a lot of factors. So 2.5 is where you're gonna start. If you need more, add more. And you can add a little bit of water if you put too much in there. But you're looking, it's a cookie dough, you know? You're just looking for it to be cookie dough texture. And this is definitely cookie dough texture. All right. Flour's all combined in there. There's little spots here and there that's not. But I have one more ingredient to add, so that'll be fine. So it just wants me to, now this part's new for the recipes I looked up. I really like the concept of it. So I'm gonna take, this is a 1.3 cups of dry roasted peanuts, just as is, a little bit, you know, salted. You can do salted or not, depending on how you like that. Salt is a good vessel for flavor, but we added salt in here already. Yes, okay, yes. Sorry, I was making sure, notes. Last part. Now, it wants these crushed up. You could do this in a food processor. You can do this however you wish. I'm just putting them in a bag and beating the crap out of them. Get it as flat as you can and just rolling pin, big heavy jar, however it is. Welcome back. Just crush them all. Crush the nuts. Oh, nice. This is very, it's giving crunchy peanut butter. It's entirely up to you how you wish to do that. You like crunchy peanut butter, do that. If you like less crunchy, skip this. Maybe add just a little bit more actual peanut butter to it. This is just gonna provide some body and texture to the overall final product. Cup and a third of crushed, dry roasted peanuts. Now fold this in just to lightly combine the two without losing too much texture. Okay. Again, we're going for high protein, lower calorie, or at least lower empty calorie, like carb calorie. Because if you didn't know, peanuts, lots of nuts and of the sort are very high in protein. It's a good protein source if you're a vegetarian. It's not a solid, only eat peanuts, but it's a good alternative if you're not eating meat. To add a source of protein, you need multiple sources. Beans as well, that kind of stuff. Okay, but that looks good. I think I'm gonna hit this with my hands from here and then form it, and we can start baking them. There's raw eggs in here, so don't eat it from scratch. Ugh. I'm not your mom though, but you can do, you know, however you wish on that one. I don't recommend it. Now, this is the first time I am testing this oven out here. Honestly though, Kat, like, it's not off. If you're making like good natural peanut butter with less sugar and that kind of stuff, peanuts are pretty high in protein. I wouldn't say only eat peanuts, but if you can put a lot of peanuts into your diet, that's a good source of protein. There's like Greek yogurt and stuff is really good for protein sources. Beans made from scratch, like pinto, black beans, that kind of stuff. Also really good protein sources. Combine all of them into one. You would be surprised, but vegetarians, you know, are often malnutrition because they don't get protein sources. So I'm not saying just flat out eat only peanut butter cookies, but eat a lot of peanuts. Eat more peanuts than not peanuts, that's for sure. Okay. I have no idea if this is going to turn out super successful or not. This is a combination of like 9 or 10 different recipes and just generic baking sciences, but this looks and smells delicious. Tastes great. I'm gonna set up the oven, which is a beast and takes up like half this table. I'm gonna go rinse off my hands and then get a little scoop for these. Shh. You don't know what you're talking about. I didn't eat anything. Ugh. I wasn't kidding. This thing takes up a lot of space. But, I mean, having an oven out here means we can bake things, so I'm not mad at it. Okay. I guess you gotta plug it in before you start it, right? So the good news is they only take like 10 minutes to cook. I'm going to, while this preheats, put them on this tray, put them in the freezer until this is done preheating, just to help them hold their structure as long as they can. It's not a necessary step per se, but It's something. This is my first time really using this guy, so if everything explodes, we know why. Okay, so I don't recommend using a air fryer toaster style oven, but you definitely can. The thing with these is these are basically convection ovens, so any temperature that you get on your recipe, which in this case would be 375 for a regular oven for 10 minutes, you want to knock that down by 25 degrees, or else it's gonna cook it way too hot, way too fast. Is there a preheat time? Oh, okay, yeah, it's warming up to temp. Okay, I just got a regular spoon. This supposedly makes 60-ish. Those must be some pretty small cookies. So we're gonna go relatively small. I'm gonna say, I don't know, half a table, or like half of I don't know, like 3/4 of an ounce cookie. If I had my weight out here, I'd measure it, but ping pong ball size, a little smaller. These are high in fat, so you want to give them a little bit of distance between each other, probably a good 2 inches or so. I'm gonna do thumb. I don't have a fork. I forgot one, but I am gonna push a thumb in the center. Like I said, I'm gonna let them firm up in the freezer a bit if we still have time, and then I'll before I put them out there. But I want to get these measured up first so they have time in the freezer just a little bit. But you can definitely do like a crosshatch with a fork, or a thumb push into the center, however you wish on those. Okay, wifey wants me to do fork. She brought me out a fork. She really like stuck her head through the door and said, "Fork you." Thank you, babe. The door's not open, so if she wants to run out, she can run out. Come on, kitty. Come say hi. Don't jump up on the big hot thing or you're gonna regret it. That's 100% on you, though. No. We're just gonna do 6. I don't trust these not to melt into each other into one giant cookie, so we're gonna spread out 6. Tell you what, we'll do fork and we'll do thumb. Okay. So smash it one way, rotate it 90 degrees, smash it down the other way. One giant cookie ain't bad. I ain't mad at one giant cookie, no. And then the other one, just thumbprint, push them down. Gonna be different cookies, but that's okay. I'm gonna go put these, the freezer's just right over here, so I'm gonna step over here. If Ouija comes says hi, everybody spam, don't touch the hot thing. I see you sleuthing around over there. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. She's rubbing up on the dog bed. Come here. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Come here. Come here. All right. Petalea, if you're watching again, you want to come grab the extra cookies? They need to chill a bit. I guess I didn't actually need these, did I? Oh well, I'd rather have extra than less than. Petalea is officially not watching. She only heard the comment about the... You're late, birthday dinner, valid. No worries. Hey, You gotta do what you gotta do. You guys hang out with the birthday dinner thing. It's birthday girl's day. This is watchable, and as it says, it's an experiment, but we are at the baking part right now, so you missed all the informational part. Also, send my regards and happy birthdays. Well, it looks like that was all the time we get in the fridge? Really? Okay, that was all the time we get in the freezer. My bad. Oh. I do have a ton left over, and I will make sure to save them, a couple of them, bring them over. So yeah, I want a little more chill time on the other ones, so I'm not going to cook those all off right now, but we'll cook off these 6, and then we'll talk about them and see where we're at. Like I said, this is 350, 375 if you're in an actual oven for 10 minutes. Toronto sounds fun. Or Toronto. Toronto. Alright, there we go. Music's back. Any just going and visiting? I know that it's comparatively small. I have the rest of the bowl of peanut butter cookie dough. I want it to chill in the fridge for like half an hour. Can you come grab it? I put it on the Spider-Man table over here. Otherwise, it's just baking the cookies right now. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, Toronto. Any particular anythings? I think we talked about this not too recently, like a month and some ago. You were just gonna go and visit. That was it. Oh, no, not Toronto. Where you live? Relatively a small town or a small place compared to Toronto. Sorry, my words got mixed up. I don't have a hot. Oh wait, I don't know. I have a hot pad right here. Yeah. So just going to a big city is, you know, a fun day in and of itself, is what I meant to say with all of that, but I got my words mixed up. But do you have any particular, like, have you scouted out a place to go grab some snacks, or you want to go, like, check out the library, or I don't know, something you don't usually get to do? This is working really well. I am not mad at this. Okay, so overall, we have a cup of sugar, cup and a quarter of peanut butter. I need a macros calculator here. Oh, no, I don't want to see how many calories I have. I want to convert food. God damn it. This is not what I want. We got 10 minutes. Oh, there you go. The smaller option. I mean, valid. Boba? Do you like boba? All right, fresh ground peanut butter has 169 grams per cup. So about 1,000 calories per cup. This is a cup and a quarter, so 1,200 in the entire batch. 42 grams of protein, though. Plus another cup of peanuts by itself. So that's 2,000 calories in all of the all the total. I'd say 2,200 in the total amount of batter we made. What else did I add? 1 cup of brown sugar. That is about 700 calories, so 2,700. We can round that up a little bit to 3 plus flour. Flour calories is only it's where is it? There we go. 455 per, so a total on this would be around 3,600 for that entire thing of batter. And then I made, those are probably 1.5 ounces each. So divide that whole thing by, I don't know, 60 was what it was. So it was like 3,600 divided by 60. So 60. Each of these cookies has about 60 calories in it. But then the amount of protein that I put in there was like 100 grams. A little more than 100 grams. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great, but you know. I mean, it's a snack. The amount of calories, so the amount of grams of protein is 100 grams of protein divided by 60, so what, 1.6 per cookie? Yeah, and considering that's like 2/3 the amount of calories from the peanut butter, that cuts it down by 30% of the calories as far as peanut butter is concerned. And then I added significantly less sugar in general. Yeah, 60 calories isn't too bad. And you're getting 2 grams of protein nearly from each of them, so. Not a bad alternative for a light, snacky bar. Still doable and won't ruin your diet. To be fair, I think I did closer to like... No, that was about 1 ounce. It was about 1 ounce. Those numbers are all guesstimates. Right? Exactly. Those are all guesstimates. So I rounded up on the amount of calories in, and I rounded down on the amount of cookies I think there was. So really, that's a kind of higher end estimate. So, you know, 66 calories per cookie. Not a bad amount. Now these are starting to brown. It's hard to see. Is there a light? Light? No. Ah, there we go. Okay, they're not too bad. They've got 2.5 minutes left. They're looking pretty good. Exactly. Round up. Round up. I would say a conservative estimate with rounding up 60 calories per cookie is not bad at all. It's not going to be nearly as tasty as a Casbar, but it is going to be a peanut butter cookie you can consume mostly guilt-free. So and it gets you some protein added. How much protein's in a Casbar? Since we got 2 more minutes. It doesn't like me. That's not a Casbar. Oh, because Casbar is all one word. There we go. 1 gram of protein. Rounded up. Holy. 150 calories per. Wow! That's crazy. Oh. Yeah, they are. These are... They puffed up really nice. Okay, they're getting brown. I'm not smelling burnt. Also, this thing's dangerous. I can just open this and it still goes. Whoa. Hold up. I gotta remember that while I'm streaming with this, while I'm using this, if I'm baking something. Yeah, you too? We have to save some for Mr. Anderson and, do we have a code name? And girlfriend. But we will have plenty of them. Oh, Rosie goes, I'm sure. Oh, Rosie goes, super excited for him? Well, of course. It's a cookie. Hot. Oh, yeah, there you go. Queen Rage. You heard food. Food is food. Okay, so it looks like they're a little bit done. But they are cookie hot. They hold up. Okay, they're hot. All right, so again, first time using this, they didn't burn too bad. They're a little dark, but they're not bad. As you can see there. Wait, let's hit it. Let's hit it. Queen Rage. I like it. All right. Zoom in. I can't see the zoom yet. There's the zoom. But we got 6 yummy looking cookies. They smell great. They are cooling right now, though, so we just gotta wait. But yeah, I would say if you're using an air fryer, toaster oven kind of thing, maybe even bump it down an additional 10 degrees or lose a minute off the baking time. But they didn't turn out too bad. They're holding their shape. They didn't puddle out too far. Hot. I'm too impatient. I'm not gonna do it. They're staring at me and I really want to do it. I want to grab one and I just want to bite into it, but I know I'm going to regret it. Really, really, really regret it, so I'm not gonna do it. This is time to take pictures, I guess. If I think about it. What are my 2 favorites? Hello, Rosie Go. Not naked anymore. Can you get a nice looking plate from Mom, por favor? Me? Yeah. But they're hot. We're not trying them yet. You can definitely... Oh, we will try them in a little bit together, I promise. I just need a plate so I can make pictures a little more pretty. Because they look yummy. Oh my lord. Just bite into it. Do it. Burn yourself. It's fine. Yeah, I think the cook time needs to be adjusted just a little bit. They're a little bit brown. It's not bad, but it definitely needs a little less. These are going to be a little more of a crisper cookie. So yeah, a little less on the timer. Cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. C is for cookie. All right, so we got the cookie expert in. Yeah, I moved over a little bit. Go for it.
I'm the cookie expert.
Okay.
I love cookies.
I mean, that's why we got you here.
I just really love anything sweet.
Well, remember, these aren't going to be as sweet. They're going to be more peanut buttery, more peanutty.
Ooh, I kind of like peanut butter.
Yep, cookie expert.
Cookie expert. I'm so excited to be the taste tester.
All right.
I even got the fanciest plate that I could reach.
The fanciest plate you could reach?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I think they are done.
I'm gonna try.
They're still pretty warm, so you hold it and then put it back in my hand if you need to, okay? Yeah, I kind of figured. Dad's got dead hands. All right, we'll let that cool a little longer then.
And then can I taste this?
Of course you can taste test.
Yay!
That's the whole point.
the whole point.
Ah,
Obviously.
obviously. You can squeeze in and sit down.
So excited for summer break.
Summer break is coming up. You still got a couple weeks, despite what you wanted to tell everybody.
It's like 3 weeks.
Yes, you have about 3 weeks left.
Yeah.
Give or take.
I thought it was this week, but it is only this week of like
Hi, buddy.
different things.
This way.
Oh, look.
It's okay. He's okay. Come here.
This. Nice fan.
There is a nice fan. Come here. Sit on my lap.
Last piece of.
Hey. Stay. Where are you going? Oh, it's okay.
Your hands are crusty.
My hands are crushy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Crusty fan.
A crushy thing. Okay, you guys sit on my lap though.
I don't want to.
Okay, you can stand. The table's perfect height for you, but I gotta sit down, so.
It's perfect.
Okay. Should be plenty fine. It's still warm.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bud. I'll try my own.
Good.
You hardly even chewed it.
Good.
Okay.
I chewed it a ton. What about now?
Yes. Okay.
I don't taste.
I did
any
overcook
peanut
them.
butter.
You don't taste any peanut butter?
I don't.
What are you tasting then?
Sweetness.
Just sweetness. There's hardly any sweet to it. I did overcook them a little bit, so next time bump it down a minute or two, and maybe another 10 degrees.
I don't know how to describe the taste, but just tastes good.
I was gonna say, in the end, would you eat another one?
Yeah.
Would you eat a couple of them? Okay. It definitely is more peanut forward and less sweet sugar cookie, but it's got that peanut butter cookie flavor. It's just dialed back. And because these are a little on the overcooked side, they're a little crispier on the edges.
Wait.
But otherwise, they're good.
Wait, Dad,
Dip it in some milk would be even good. But
did you use a fork for this?
I did.
Why are there lines?
I used a fork in that. I pressed a fork into the top of them to give it lines. You want to go give one to Mom?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it could be the big nut slipper.
Okay.
Wait, that's where the rocket went.
That is where the rocket went. But yes, for a 60 calorie... Sorry, Rifle Badoo's talking at me. What's up? Oh, I have half the lights off because it makes it more cinematic and dramatic.
Why dramatic?
It's just the way the lighting works better.
Oh.
Anywho, very peanutty, very peanut forward.
Even.
They will be home tomorrow. They're not home, the big kids. But the kids both liked them. I'm sure Penalea will say here, I say cook them less time. Overall, dramatic cookies. Overall, I would say I'm gonna give these a 7 out of 10. If I cooked them less time and didn't let them dry out as far, and maybe it's the chilling will help with that too, they would be much higher, but yes.
I noticed the garage is outside.
The garage is outside, Rifle Badoo. More salt, you think? Abe, you like to salt your cookies, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely less cook time. I did omit one random recipe called for milk, which isn't a normal ingredient for peanut butter cookies. It would make them more cakey. And I don't know about that. I don't know about cakey, milky cookies, but yes, I'd say I'd stick with this recipe. Trying to think. Less cook time and chill them for half an hour first, but they're good, especially for 60-calorie protein cookies.
I'm eating one. Come on, try it. I don't know.
I don't like cakey cookies either.
That is broken. That works. I'm done.
Yeah, that's true. Drizzle some chocolate on top.
Chocolate.
Dip them in some chocolate milk.
It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
He only let you have one bite? Oh, I see. He has the other half. Can you go give Mom an entire cookie?
Yeah.
Here. Give her this one.
No, I sit on your lap. It'll be more easier.
It'll be more easy if you sit on my lap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The cookies. This one looks like it's good. Yeah.
But you bit off that one already. Can we finish that one, please?
Oh, sure. Love cookies.
Good? Okay. Well, the kids like it, so that's all the approval I need.
Yep.
I'm going to be my own harshest critic, and the baker of the house is also going to be a tough critic.
Yep.
Eldon in a couple days. The day I have off because of we have a play. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. He would just eat half all the cookies, honestly.
I would just eat all the whole.
All the whole cookies? Well, we didn't make whole cookies. There's no holes in them.
Whole cookies are made with holes.
Whole cookies are made with holes.
They're like donuts, but cookie.
But yeah, Elden Ring, Night Rain is technically Thursday. I might, depending on how it looks, play on Thursday night and then change Friday's schedule to that. I want to try and get Ronan in on it too. I already pre-ordered it, so hopefully he can play too. We'll see, but yeah, gonna be grinding that out. What's up? What? Why wouldn't I? Don't tell Mom, but I love these food. She's not offended. You can like my stuff too. You can like both of our things.
Dad?
What? Okay, you're talking into the ear I can't hear with because I've got an earphone in. What's up?
Never tell Mom that.
Why are we keeping secrets from Mom? That's not fun.
That. You got
See?
the fan
He says
again.
it's all good. You what?
Tell Mom that you got the moving fan.
I got a moving fan, yes.
How you don't got it?
I got a moving fan. I'm pretty sure she knows I do this every summer. Actually, usually we have a much bigger fan out. All right. Well, I would say those are, like I said, 7 out of 10. Mostly my fault. User error on these right, or this right here. If you let them chill before baking them, bake them at 350 for about 10 minutes. I would say less than that. We'll just call it 9 minutes. Checking at 8. And yeah, you'll have some good lower calorie cookies. Some mostly guilt-free snacks. Okay, the mic's over here, bud. I know you're looking at me in the screen, but the mic's over here. All right, the kids are losing it. I have to sign off here. But that's going to be it for this experiment. If we want to touch up on this experiment or if we want to do regular peanut butter cookies without all this, let me know. Either down... Okay, hey, Look at me. Look at me. This is the thing we're trying to avoid. Tripping and falling and hurting people, okay? But yeah, sorry about that. Have me good night. I will. You guys have a great night as well. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see different cookies or anything like that, or in the Discord, which if you hit up the links or head to rifleender.com, you'll find the Discord link. What's up? Okay, Rosie Go wants to say something.
If you want to try the cookies, do a heart in the comment, but if you don't, do a thumbs down in the comment.
Like if you think the cookies look good is what she's trying to say, I think. All right, sounds good. If you think they look good, leave a like. But yeah, rifleender.com will have all the links for everything else. We will be back tomorrow with some Minecraft. The schedule is posted all over the place, and that's going to be it for tonight. So thanks for coming out, everybody, and have a great night. Again,
So,
2 biddies. Yeah, if you want to try them, drop your address, the credit card number, your mother's maiden name, and the 3 digits on the back of the credit card as well. In fact, just like screenshot it. No, for real though. If not, thumbs down. Have a great night, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. What are you doing over there, kook? You're a kook, man.